protect water. And so, when I finally held my other brother, Jay, who was also arrested that day, when I first saw him, all I could do is cry. And all he could do is cry. Because we held each other and he was okay. And I was okay. And it was very difficult to withstand the excessive force that was used. Now, at this time, we must also say that we are not perfect people either. That we did things and we said things on that day. Not all of us, but some of us, that were not in alignment with the spirit of Wawunshila, humility. We said negative things to the police. There was various vehicles that were apprehended that did not belong to us. And so from what my Onshi told me, does not only mean I forgive you, it also means I'm asking you to forgive me. And so we stand here today acknowledging that both sides stepped out of their center that day. And we also ask Creator to help us forgive. Because some of the things we witnessed, like a police officer grabbing a girl who had a cast on her arm and twisting it as hard as he could. A young woman whose arm was broken because the police had hit her with a baton and broke her arm a week prior. Those things are very hard to watch. Your blood starts to boil. You want justice. You want these people punished for what they did to your sister. But that punitive justice model is the root of the issue today. That we don't love each other and our imperfections. We don't love ourselves and our imperfections. And we know that even though the last thing we feel like doing is forgiving today, we know we must be brave to step up and do this anyways. Because this is the medicine that will heal the world. The elders say that this is the strongest medicine in the world. It's forgiveness. And so we're not only here to relieve ourselves of the burdens, but I, for one, am here to say to the policemen and women that we love you. And we wish for you the best life. And we will not hold these things against you. But that we want you to be free. We want you to be free of guilt. Just like we want our brothers and sisters who are held in this building right now to be free. We want everyone to be free of the burdens of shame and guilt that we carry, all of us. And in the spirit of Creator's medicine, we ask for that burden to be lifted. Clean slate, begin again. We're not only forgiving what happened, we're forgiving what's happening as we speak. Detained and some not lawfully detained in this building. And we hope that they can feel our love. We hope that they can feel our prayers in that cell. We hope that they can know we have not forgotten about them. And we will do our best to bring them out in freedom. Our brothers and sisters in uniform did not want to make any statement today, and that's okay. situation, and that they will enter their hearts and reach them that way instead. But we have made this prayer bundle. My sister Kalika Davis has made this prayer bundle. And the prayers in this bundle of tobacco are for the policemen and their families, that they can be healthy and happy and have this beautiful life that we're having today. Continue to hold the prayer, continue to hold the compassion for everyone in this building. Unconditional love means you give love without condition, whether they have brown skin or white skin, whether they want the pipeline or they don't want the pipeline. There's no conditions to our love. So when veterans, a lot of us here are veterans, when veterans come back from war and they have shot at someone, maybe in Afghanistan, maybe in Iraq, they come back and they're broken. They feel like they're broken. They carry deep shame, deep guilt, deep self-loathing for having shot at someone, or maybe even having killed someone. I have lots of friends who experience this. The hardest thing they think about when they come back from war is not what happened to them, but what they did to others. And that's its own form of PTSD. And so many of our policemen who were on that area on October 27th, they are suffering from that too. They have come back from a place where they shot at people, where they clubbed people, where they maced women in the face, where they tore sweat lodges apart and dragged people out half naked and handcuffed them and left them in the cold all day until they could put them in a dog kennel. This is a different kind of trauma than what we experienced that day. Neither is better, neither is worse. But we pray for them to be relieved of that trauma that veterans have after they have harmed someone. And we pray for our own side to be healed too from that PTSD. Give it to the sky so we can have peace again in our hearts. Pray for us to stand together across races, across religions, across classes, across these imaginary borders that divide us. And to remember that love has nothing to do with being native. And violence has nothing to do with being European. But that every single person, regardless of race, chooses how they express themselves. And this is not a battle of natives versus Europeans. This is not that. This is a battle of all of the beautiful races of humanity together on the same side. This time we're fighting our own fear. We're fighting to replace our fear with love. And we stand in solidarity in this battle. And so I'm very grateful to have my sister here who represents her ancestors, who went through more than what even natives went through. We still have our languages. A lot of European Americans lost their languages thousands of years ago with the Roman expansion. So we're grateful that you can come and pray with us and not only support us in our prayer to reconnect with the earth, but we can support you in your prayer to reconnect with the earth. All right, at this point we could maybe sing one more song and send some love to everyone here. And this goes out to a lot of police forces in the world that are doing a lot of very difficult things. We pray too for our brothers and sisters of the Black Hoop, of this medicine wheel, the African American brothers and sisters who are suffering at the hands of police right now. And we pray to meet this punitive justice model, this vengeful justice model, this contemptuous justice model, to meet it and hold it in this circle of love, this restorative justice model, this forgiving justice model, to meet it as we know that the only thing that can heal it is this spirit of walking today. Just as Martin Luther King said, you can't make the darkness get better with more darkness. Only light can do that. You can't erase hatred with more hatred. Only love can do that. So let's sing our songs that come from our ancestors that speak of love. Whichever one you want.
Lyla is creator. It's a prayer stick she's holding aloft. I'm going to move closer to the prayer stick.